The 749th Bureau revealed the Dujiangyan Erlang Temple incident. Can you believe that the familiar Erlang god may not be the righteous and or inspiring image in mythology? It's a horror monster. Legend has it that archaeologists once looked at the Erlang Temple with just one glance. After returning, he died mysteriously. Even his family members passed away inexplicably. What the hell is going on? Kuwait's bold friends come to see it together. By the way, there are no taboos in leaving a message next. You will uncover the mystery behind this matter for you. Note, the content of this video is not verified, pure fiction. We have heard of newer creating people since we were children, mythological stories such as the Sea of Trouble, but have you ever thought about it? Those gods with strange shapes may not be gods. Its truth was deliberately covered up by the ancient feudal dynasty. The bizarre death of my friend. Let me gradually touch this secret of subverting cognition. And it all started with the cracks in the mountain that were shaken open by the earthquake in Dujiangyan. My friend Qinglang is a senior archaeologist. 15 years in the industry. He has traveled to most of China's ancient tomb sites. I have seen many antiquities that science cannot explain, such as a bronze compass that rotates on its own oracle bone shell engraved with unknown characters, terracotta warriors and horses that can make strange noises every time they meet. He talked to me endlessly. But for months ago. He seems to have changed into a different person. The first to notice the abnormality was his sister. He called me and told me, after Qinglang came home, he locked himself in his room. Don't eat or drink day and night. Flower. He was my best friend. I'll have to see what's going on. I rushed to his house the moment the door was pushed open. I almost tripped over the flowers and branches all over the ground. I saw that the A4 paper was full of messy lines, red and black ink intertwined, like wriggling tentacles, also mixed with empty eyes. It makes people's scalps tingle. Qingling squatted in the corner, a messy hair, the eyes are dull. The pencil in his hand unconsciously stood on the paper. The nail cracks are full of dried ink stains. I asked, "Buddy, what you are doing?" He suddenly raised his head and stuffed me a picture. Above are blurred eyes drawn in red strokes. There is also a round eye in the middle of the forehead of the character in the painting. The god of the second sun is alive. I thought he was under a lot of archaeological pressure. There is a mental problem. Advise him to see a doctor. But he suddenly became irritable, tear the drawing paper to pieces. He also threatened me that if I didn't say anything, I would be taken away. I was stunned at the time. I don't know how to persuade him. The next month will be sunny. The state is good and bad, sometimes silent, sometimes he roared. I went to see him half a month later. As soon as he entered the door, he grabbed his arm. His face turned pale, lips tremble. Take out the yellowed classic of mountains and seas from under the pillow. Turned to a page. Excitedly pointed to the illustration and said that the three-eyed monster was in Dujiangyan. It really is. I looked in the direction he was pointing. That night was painted with the god Erlang, not a monster. He had a vertical eye in the middle of his forehead. Who in the country doesn't know Erlang God? Then. I suddenly remembered. For months ago, Qinglang did lead the team to Dujiangyan to do archaeological exploration, but after coming back. He never mentioned anything out of the ordinary. I hurriedly asked him what he found in Dujiangyan. His eyes were instantly frightened. Suddenly turned his head to look out the window. It was like seeing something terrible. Cover your ears with both hands, screaming that he came. He is coming. I was stunned by his reaction. Hurry up and contact his sister. Send him to the hospital. However, the bad news came early the next morning. Qinglang jumped from the handrail window on the 7th floor of the hospital. Died instantly. News reports said he committed suicide due to long-term depression, but I know. He didn't have depression at all. His death was definitely related to the discovery of Dujiangyan. The 4th day after Qinglang's death. I received an anonymous courier. The sender address is blank. Open it and take a look. Inside is a stack of photos and an old-fashioned voice recorder. The photos are mostly overexposed. Only a pale piece remains. Only one can barely see the scene. It was like on a dark cave rock wall. It seems to be engraved with some kind of totem. There is a faint outline of three eyes. I trembled and pressed the play button on the recorder. After the current noise. A clear and familiar voice came. The background is also mixed with the sound of current from searchlights. August the 13th, 2022 at 1:18 p.m. A magnitude 3.3 earthquake occurred in Dujiangyan. The earthquake was weak. Half an hour ago. We received a call from the Hongkou Township Police Station. It is said that a building suspected of being an ancient tomb was found in the cracks of the landslide near Erlang Temple. The recording pauses for a few seconds. There were footsteps and talks. It should be the archaeological team members discussing. 8:15 p.m. We arrive at the Seeing the mountain is about 300 meters high, the crack is 100 meters from the shady side of the mountain. Weird things, the edges of the cracks are flat like a knife. It doesn't look like a natural landslide. The team members advised me to explore again tomorrow, but I couldn't hold back my intuition that there was something inside. This was followed by the sound of rope rubbing. My breathing became short. We descend with a rope. The grave road was pitch black. The searchlight can only illuminate 5 meters. Ahead, the air was filled with the smell of decaying earth and a faint smell of blood. You can hear your heartbeat quietly. This recording lasts more than 10 minutes. Most of them are the sound of my breathing colliding with the equipment. Suddenly, a scream broke through the silence. That's impossible. How could there be such a thing? Followed by the recording becomes a harsh current, mixed noise. The team members exclaimed. A few minutes later. The recording is clear. My voice is crazy with a weird laugh. I saw the three-eyed monster, the classic of mountains and seas records. It's true. It is embedded in the stone wall. The forehead and eyes are moving. Mythology. It's true. I roared repeatedly. The laughter became more and more mournful. It's creepy. The last 3 seconds of the recording, the clear voice suddenly became extremely calm, followed by the recording came to an abrupt end. In order to find out the truth, I found Lao Zhong, the leader of the Qinglang archaeological team. He dodged when he saw me. Hesitation. Said they did go to the landslide site that day. Descending to the bottom of the crack, only a pile of boulders is visible. There are no ancient tombs at all. Qingling was strange at the time. He said to himself to the stone. He also said that he saw the totem. They persuaded for more than an hour. Qinglang kept up with the team. When I went back, my spirit was not right. Lao Zhong's words are completely contradictory to the content of the recording. I asked him if he was lying. He suddenly turned his face and kicked me out. He also warned me not to pursue it further, otherwise